Does the idea of going back to the office give you the fear? You're not alone. Watch on for some tips on taming it. Hi, I'm Charlie Inman from Mindshine. So far, we've helped over 100,000 people around the world train their minds and live happier lives. Today, we're talking about the return to the workplace. Now, for a lot of you, the opening of the office will be cause for celebration. No more endless Zooms with interrupting children. No more living in the office. After work drinks. But for many people, the call back to the office is fraught with worries. Anxiety over health, re-entry into a busy social environment, having to leave behind the familiar comforts of home, having to dress your bottom half. It all adds up. So if going back to the office has got you in a sweat, here are some steps to make it smoother. Now you're watching this, so chances are you've acknowledged your nerves exist. Good work. Like Dr. Marshall always says, you've got to feel it to heal it. Anxiety about change is totally normal. To allow yourself to experience all the worries you have, try making some time to write them down. Sit down and write down how these emotions make you feel in your body. Get granular. Where does it ache when you think about going back to the office? Also, write down the thoughts that come along with those feelings in your body. Where does your mind go? Write it all down. Now, pulling up these feelings and sitting with them isn't necessarily going to feel comfortable, and that's okay. It's time to do some deep, conscious breathing to help your body regulate. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4. Once you've regulated and started to feel calmer, we'll move on to making some lists. Okay, list time. First up, make a list of all the things you're not looking forward to about getting back to the office. What are you worried about? What are you scared of losing? What's frustrating you? What makes you angry? Your commute, exposure to illness, the expense, social anxieties, organising more childcare. Get this all out into the light of day. It's a cathartic process, and it'll help you see the situation more clearly. Now, write down all the positives about going back to the office. What are you looking forward to? Seeing your favourite colleagues? Listening to podcasts on the way in? The little pastries from that place across the road? If you think about it, there are a whole lot of good things about going back into work. Write them down. If you're feeling nervous about your performance, we have a Mindshine exercise which is perfect for instilling a sense of confidence. It's called the Great List. When we're nervous about something, we often tend to fixate on the potential negative outcomes. What if X, Y, or Z happens? What we forget at times like these is how capable we are. Versions of X, Y, and Z have happened to us loads of times in the past, and we dealt with them all just fine. So write a list of all the times you showed you could do hard things. Times when something got in your way and you nailed it. Maybe even keep one on your phone's notes section and add to it throughout the year. Then when you're feeling a little nervous, just have a quick read through to remind yourself how capable you are. Affirmations. Now these really work. I know it might seem a little bit like magic or wishful thinking, but affirmations have been shown in numerous experiments to change how you see yourself. Think of a phrase that talks to you in your situation. Formulate it in the first person and in the present tense. And keep it positive. No don'ts or can'ts. Something like, I am a valuable member of the team and I deserve to be here. Whatever it is you need to hear right now. And then just repeat it over and over to yourself for at least a minute. In your head's fine, but out loud is even better. And if you can start to feel it, your brain will soon start to believe it. If you're still really unhappy at the thought of going back in full time, have a think if you really have to. Maybe you can talk to your work about a compromise. If there's one good thing this pandemic has done, it's forced us to stop and think. And much of that thinking has shown us that we can't just keep on the way we were before. The Black Lives Matter movement, trans right activism, destigmatization of mental health, difficult conversations are being had all over the place. And we all need to be part of that discussion. Thanks for watching. For a whole host of free exercises and routines that can help you handle worry and live a happier life, check out the Mindshine app in the App Store.